and welcome to Become a Full Stack Developer. In this tutorial, we will discuss how to create a Python project using Spider, what are the variables and their roles, what are the data types, how to get the input from the user, and how we show that input as an output, and what are the casting. So I already have installed the Anaconda as I had already discussed in my previous video. So I just opened the Anaconda, and over here there is a different ID, VS Code, Pycharm, and Spider. Now I'm working with the Spider. Just click on the launch. Now our Spider ID is up. So how to create a project in a Pycharm? So here is the menu, project. Under the project there is a submenu, new project. Just click on the new project. So here is the directory. If you want to use existing directory, new directory, so here is the name of your project, the location where you want to save your project, and the project type. So I already have created my empty project, Introduction to Python, with the name of only Intro to Python. So over here I'm going to add a new Python file. So there is a different way. We can use a file, then we add the extension .py, or we can create a folder, then we can use a Python packages. We will discuss all the things later, but now I'm going to create only the Python file. So yeah, just click on the Python. I'm renaming this the lecture 2, and it has added the .py extension. I'm just removing all the comments. So our first topic is what are the variables and what are the rules to declare a variable. Variables are the named of memory location. In simple wording, that represent a value stored in a computer memory. A variable references the value it represents used to access and manipulate the data stored in a memory. And while declaring a variable, there are some terms mostly people use, that the assignment statement. How to let's create a first variable. Suppose I'm going to create a variable with the name of first name. I'm adding let's say John. So this is the variable. First name is the variable, equal, and then the value. The first name is a variable, equal is a assignment operator, and under the double quote is the value. And also there are some rules. We can declare an integer value. Suppose if I want to declare a age is equal to suppose 30, so we can use a integer as a variable. We can use a string as a variable. As I said, in the first name we have created a John. John is a string value, and we will discuss the data types. What are the data types in a few minutes. So there are some rules to declare a variable. The variable name must be alphanumeric. Suppose the variable name must start with the characters. For the first name, it is a character, F is a character, or it can be underscore like the first name. We can declare a variable in this case as well. We cannot use a predefined keyword, or we can say the preserved keyword that is already being used in Python. Suppose if I want to use a if, this is a reserved keyword, we cannot use that one. So there are a lot of reserved keyword are in a Python. Suppose and, as, break, continue, in, as, lambda, or, not, none, finally, false, else, del, def. These all are the predefined variable or predefined reserved keyword. We cannot use that, or we cannot declare a variable with this space. Suppose if I want to use the first then space name, this is not allowed. And we cannot declare a variable with the special character. Suppose at, maybe assign something, this is not a variable. We cannot use a hash symbol as a variable, or we cannot use a test1. This is also not a reserved keyword. Variable must be start with the character or with the underscore. So the next term is come under the what are the data types. Data types are nothing, it is just values, how your value will be shown. In simple wording, data types are, as we all have a nationality, some are Britain, some are American, some are Pakistani, or some are Indians. So these all are the types. Same like a human life, data types are the cast or a type in a computer language. So there are different types, but we will discuss only the integer, we will discuss the string, we will discuss the float or decimal. So what, as I said, string is just like I'm created a variable with the first name John. This is a string variable, and if I want to use age 30, this is an integer variable. If I want to use a salary 30 plus 50, this is a floating point or the decimal. So these all are the data types. So the next topic is what are the input. Sometimes we need to get the value from the user. Suppose if I want to get the first name from the user, so for that I'm using the built-in function input, and I'm entering some prompt, enter your name, then colon, then space, and run. Here is the word, enter your name. I want to use John, so that's it. It gets the name as an input. How about if we want to print the name? So for to print the name, so what actually user has entered, I have used I'm going to use a variable first name. The good approach that you have to follow the same rule. If you are starting your variable with the small letter and then the capital, that is fine. If you want to use your variable with the first name, then the small, that is fine. If you want to use a underscore, there are different approaches mostly people use. We can use a Pascal case, or we can use a camel case. But if I want to say that age, suppose I'm using a age as a 30, so this is not a good way. As you see over here at the first, we are using a first as a small letter, but in the age we are using a age as a capital. So this is not a good approach. So I want to print the first name. So for print the first name, for the output purpose, there is a method print that is used for the output the value. So over here I'm using my variable first name, run the code, I'm entering the John, then enter, and here is the output value. So the another thing is that if I want to show that with extra sentence, let's suppose I want to print that your name is S $, sorry, percentage S, and first name. I'm entering the John. Your name is John. You may notice that over here I have used the percentage S. S means string, the percentage is syntax when we want to use any string or integer or a floating point inside a print function, or inside other function, we have to use some types for that. $, sorry, percentage S is for string, percentage D, suppose I'm using the age is 30, and I want to print the age as well, and age is D. For that we cannot display the age as like if we want to enter the age as well into the print function, we cannot do directly. So for that we can use if I said I want to use a percentage age, so it will not work. It is showing that the syntax error. So if you want to enter 2 or more value, we have to use a method bracket and then our variables. So now we can use that in this way. Enter your name is John and age is 30. So this is the output. So the one interesting thing is that casting. Every time, suppose I want to get the value of from a user as a salary, I'm saying that enter your salary and renaming my variable salary space. And I also have a bonus, suppose 100. I want to print both salary. After adding salary plus bonus, I want to print as a sum. Salary, suppose I'm entering 20,000, and here is the issue, only concat string to int, because over here we are using int bonus as a int. So salary is a string, so we have to convert the salary into string. It is very simple. The int is a predefined function. We can use in this way or we can use in this way. Int we can use in this way as well. It totally depends on you. Now run the code again. Enter your salary for 5,500, and 5,000 plus 1 is equal to 5,100. So this is the casting. So in our next video we will discuss about the function, what are the decision structure, what are the conditions, what are the logical operator and loops, and so on. Thank you for watching.